Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. No matter what time zone you're in, welcome back to Sip&Talk. I'm Sunny.
Morning, everyone. I'm Joe.
Have you noticed that our coffee consumption in the studio lately has been, getting a little out of hand?
Oh, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Right. Especially after 3 p.m., if I don't give myself a hot Americano, my whole body goes into that iPhone low power mode.
Oh, totally.
My brain just, stops spinning. And I'm sure a lot of our Sip and Talkers are stuck in this daily tug of war with fatigue right along with us, right?
Well, first of all, thank God the studio espresso machine is finally fixed.
Seriously?
Though, who knows when it'll break again. But yeah, we typically blame this afternoon brain fog or feeling down on having a stressful day at work or maybe sleeping poorly last night.
Which is such an easy excuse.
It is. But that might just be the tip of the iceberg. Today, we're getting into a book called Brain Energy by Dr. Christopher M. Palmer, who's a Harvard psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And it directly shatters our old assumptions about health. It introduces this massive, mind-bending premise that your emotional storms and that 3 p.m. crash are not just stress. They are essentially a metabolic disaster at the cellular level.
A metabolic disaster.
Yeah.
And we're taking this way beyond just casual chatter today.
Oh, yeah.
Our team actually went and cross-referenced this with hard data from Nature Medicine and Harvard Medical School because we want to explore the microscopic world of our cells.
We want to get to the bottom of it.
Exactly. We want to discover how our internal generators get lit up and how the hidden fires of daily life are just, burning them out. So grab your coffee. We are getting right into it.
Let's do it.
I want to move the conversation straight to the severe mental health side of things. Why do we feel so drained and anxious? Because we usually think of depression or anxiety or even schizophrenia as just a chemical imbalance, right?
Right. The classic, not enough serotonin or too much dopamine narrative.
Exactly. We've been told that forever. But Dr. Palmer drops an absolute bombshell here. He argues that those are just surface symptoms.
Yeah, it's not the root cause at all.
Not at all. It's like, okay, think about your smartphone. If your phone battery is ancient and the power supply is completely unstable, your apps are going to crash.
The camera will lag, the screen glitches.
Right. And fixing the apps, which in this analogy would be tweaking your serotonin and dopamine, that won't help.
No, it won't.
You literally have to replace the battery. And in our brains, those batteries are our mitochondria.
I love that analogy, but, putting my analytical hat on for a second, I have to ask about the structural rigor of this.
Yeah.
Why completely recategorize mental illness this way?
It's a huge shift.
It is a massive shift. But then you look at the NIH data, and it exposes this massive blind spot in modern medicine regarding comorbidities.
Oh, wow. Right.
Patients with severe mental illnesses have drastically higher rates of diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and even Alzheimer's.
Which can't just be a coincidence.
Exactly. It's not a coincidence. They share the exact same root cause, which is mitochondrial dysfunction. Mental illness is really just how a systemic metabolic problem manifests when it hits the brain.
That is just wild to think about. And it perfectly resolves that old nature versus nurture debate, doesn't it?
Well, 100%.
Because whether you inherited bad genes or you suffered severe childhood trauma, the result is the same. Both of those things directly attack your mitochondria's ability to produce ATP.
Which is just cellular energy.
Right, the energy currency. If you don't have it, the whole system just browns out.
So that naturally leads to a really critical question. If the mitochondria are the generators, what exactly is breaking them down in our modern lives?
What's the fire?
Exactly. And based on those global Nature medicine reports, there's basically a modern triad.
Okay.
It's ultra-processed foods, chronic psychological stress, and sleep deprivation.
The holy trinity of modern life, basically.
Yeah. Seriously. Let's break down the cellular mechanics of the food part first, because this is a vicious cycle. When you eat highly oxidized vegetable oils and refined sugars, you create these free radicals.
Reactive oxygen species, right?
Yes, ROS. And usually your mitochondria can fight them off using their own antioxidant reserves.
Sure, they're built for that.
They are. But our modern diets just flood the system.
Mm-hmm.
So the mitochondria burn out their reserves, and they actually physically rupture.
Oh, wow.
And when they rupture, they leak their DNA into the cell. And here's the crazy part. Because mitochondria evolved from ancient bacteria billions of years ago.
Wait. So our immune system gets confused?
Yes. The immune system sees this leaked mitochondrial DNA, and mistakes it for a literal bacterial invasion.
Oh my gosh, so it thinks we're under attack.
Exactly. It triggers this alarm called the inflammasome, specifically the NLRP3 inflammasome, to release heavy inflammatory markers like IL-6. It is quite literally a fire in the engine room.
That makes so much sense. It's like your body is fighting a ghost war every single day.
Yeah, and losing.
No wonder we're exhausted. And then think about stress. Biologically, we're talking about the HPA axis and cortisol.
Oh, the stress hormone.
Right. Chronic stress is basically like having 20 heavy apps open on your phone at once.
Yeah.
The phone gets physically hot, which is your anxiety. It lags, which is the brain fog. And it just drains the battery instantly.
That is such a perfect way to describe it.
And then the sleep deprivation piece. A lack of sleep basically turns the brain's emotional system into a sports car where the gas pedal, the amygdala, is hypersensitive and jammed to the floor.
And the brakes are gone.
Yes. The prefrontal cortex, the logical part, is completely offline.
So you just inevitably crash.
Exactly. You just spin out.
So, okay, we've established that the house is on fire.
Yes, a massive biological house fire.
But you can't just, throw vitamins at a house fire.
No, you definitely cannot.
You have to put the fire out first. So the question is, how do we trigger what's called mitophagy?
Which is the recycling truck, right? Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Mitophagy is the cell's internal recycling truck that comes in and clears out those busted, leaking mitochondria.
Okay, so how do we call the truck?
Well, the most effective way isn't by adding anything to your diet. It's the power of subtraction. Fasting and ketogenic diets.
See, I feel like keto has become this massive wellness trend, but the medical origins are actually fascinating.
They are so rigorous. The ketogenic diet was invented in the 1920s for childhood epilepsy.
Wait, really? The 1920s?
Yeah. It was designed to stabilize electrical misfires in the brain, because when you restrict glucose, your body makes ketones, like beta-hydroxybutyrate.
Okay, I heard of that.
Yeah, and it's a much cleaner fuel. It actively suppresses that NLRP3 inflammasome we just talked about. It essentially turns off the fire alarm.
That is amazing. So the fasting and the keto clear out the rubble, but mitochondria operate on a use it or lose it basis, right?
Oh, very much so.
So you have to rebuild them. And this is where physical hormesis comes into play.
Yeah, like zone 2 cardio.
Exactly. Just 150 minutes a week of low-intensity exercise, like 60 to 70% of your max heart rate.
You should be able to hold a conversation while doing it.
Right. It forces your body to build denser, stronger mitochondria without causing a panic response. It's literally like upgrading the brain's cooling fan.
That's a great way to put it.
And you can do the same thing with temperature. Like sitting in a sauna creates heat shock proteins, and getting into a cold plunge activates brown fat. You physically stress the cells just enough to force them into rebuilding.
It's all about that acute controlled stress.
Yes.
And then, of course, there's sleep and an anti-inflammatory diet.
Huge factors.
Massive, like the glymphatic system. That's the brain's nighttime cleaning crew that physically flushes out metabolic waste while you sleep.
If you don't sleep, the trash just piles up.
Exactly. And diet-wise, it's about swapping out those inflammatory omega-6s for omega-3s.
Like salmon and chia seeds.
Yep. And also using polyphenols like EGCG in green tea.
Oh, I drink so much green tea.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because it activates the NRF2 pathway, which actually tells your DNA to build its own internal antioxidants.
Oh, wow. It's like teaching your body to fish instead of just giving it a vitamin C pill.
And that's exactly what it is. But I want to pivot for a second and put my skeptic's hat on.
Okay, let's hear it.
Because it's really easy to get trapped in an echo chamber of biohacking promises, right?
Yeah.
Like cure everything with ice baths and fasting.
Right. The internet is full of that stuff.
It really is. So we have to look at the correlation versus causation debate in the academic world.
Which means what came first?
Exactly. Yes, metabolic issues and depression are clearly linked. But does a broken metabolism cause the depression? Or does the behavior of a depressed person, having insomnia, eating junk food, not getting out of bed, cause the broken metabolism?
Right, because if you're clinically depressed, you're not meal prepping wild-caught salmon and doing zone 2 cardio.
No, you barely have the energy to survive the day.
So it's this brutal feedback loop.
It is. And that leads to the danger of overcorrecting.
Oh, I've seen this. People take it way too far.
Way too far. Like combining a radical 20-hour fast with intense, high-impact daily exercise and then jumping into a freezing ice bath.
They're thinking they're just supercharging their mitochondria.
Right, but the body actually perceives that as a survival crisis.
Because it thinks you're starving and freezing.
Exactly. It spikes your cortisol, worsens the inflammation, and completely backfires.
Which is such an important grounding point for everyone listening. Dr. Palmer is definitely not telling people to, like, throw away their antidepressants and just eat a steak.
No, definitely not. Please don't do that.
Right. This is a systemic adjunct.
Yes.
It means that if traditional meds hit a wall, fixing the underlying metabolism through your sleep, your diet, and managing stress, it gives your brain the baseline energy it actually needs to heal.
It gives this system a fighting chance.
Exactly. It reunites the physical and the psychological, which we never should have separated anyway.
It's all one connected engine.
It really is. And before we wrap up today, I want to leave everyone with one final kind of provocative thought that we haven't fully explored yet.
Okay, what is it?
It's about social connection as a literal physiological intervention.
Oh, I love the data on this.
It's amazing. Based on psychological research, loneliness isn't just a sad feeling, you know. It physically amplifies your cortisol.
It's a biological state of threat.
Exactly. And conversely, having a genuinely good, vulnerable conversation with a friend acts as a literal cooling patch for your overheated cellular system.
Wow.
It physically lowers inflammation. So, to all our Sip&Talkers out there, I want to ask you, who are you connecting with today to help heal yourselves?
That is such a profound way to look at friendship.
All right.
Well, just a quick reminder for everyone, we are just sharing objective science and research to encourage your independent thinking.
Always.
There's no medical or financial advice here, just facts to help you live a better life.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Make sure to subscribe to the Sip&Talk podcast wherever you're listening.
Oh, and hey, before we go, a massive shout out to our good buddy, Mickey.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone needs to go check out his YouTube channel, Mickey to Life. His latest travel vlog is absolutely hilarious. You guys, it's a must-watch.
Seriously, go watch it right now. It's so funny. Take care of your mitochondria, and we will see you next time, Sip&Talkers.